there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Tia Mowry, and we might have the reason why she got a divorce. So anything I say is alleged and in my personal opinion and all of the things. So we are going to get right to it. So Tia has a new reality show called My Next Act or The Next Act or what have you. And I haven't seen too many. I've seen clips here and there. I think I watched one episode where she went on a second date with somebody and all the things. And she told her kids that she was hanging out with a friend. But in this particular clip, JACKEÉ, Harry, legend from Sister, is sitting with Tia. And basically, JACKEÉ is saying that you can't have it all. That you cannot have it all. That you cannot have, the man and the money and the career and the family all at once. She said at one point in time, she had all of that. She had the maid, she had the Beach Boys, she had the whole nine. But she said it all came crumbling down because at some point, once kids get involved, once you have a family, there has to be somebody there for the kids, right? To, help raise the kids, depending on who's working, and you have to find that balance. And then if your career is thriving, she basically said that she had to massage the ego of her male counterpart if they weren't working or their career was not on the same level as hers, on the same level of success as hers. So then they feel a certain way because then you have to massage their ego and you have to downplay yourself. And Tia said that this was going on in the back of her mind for a while in her marriage. Now I'm confused because I thought that per your guys' love story on Black Love, you picked them up at the bus stop. So you kind of knew what it was at the time. But nonetheless, maybe you thought, the little gigs he was getting was going to materialize into more. But nonetheless, it sounds like it got to a point with Tia that she got frustrated with her husband and maybe his lack of projects, his lack of pay, his lack of opportunities, and maybe he was the one that was coming for Tia. Basically she's always booked and busy. She's always getting something, whether it's a movie, a TV show, a reality show. She's always getting something. She's always getting invited to all of the Black Hollywood stuff and all of the things. So she has always kept the money rolling in. But, her ex-husband, not so much, right? And even recently he had a show, but that show's canceled now. So I don't know if it was built up resentment or built up issues, or maybe he got tired of being the one that was home all the time or whatever and started to take it out on Tia. I don't know, but it sounds like that may be what ultimately did their marriage in. Was maybe for some time, maybe because Tia was so booked and busy over the years that she didn't notice the resentment building up, or, maybe just took some of the jabs in stride. But then it just got to a point where, maybe it was the pandemic, or maybe it was something else to where when you have to be, more so full time with somebody who is unhappy with themselves, and instead of getting themselves together, they take it out on you. Maybe that is what ultimately Tia was like, I can do bad by myself. I don't need this. And Tia's even saying in this clip that, she's trying to balance the family, she's trying to balance the career, and then she said she has to put effort into dating. But, technically, you don't have to date right now if it's going to be too much for you, right? Like if it's going to take too much out of you and you're feeling a way that you might be repeating the same mistakes, then who is it that you're dating? Are you dating somebody else that is similar to your ex-husband? Because if you are, it defeats the whole purpose.
But if you are dating somebody that you feel is, who has a career, who is successful, all of these things, then it shouldn't feel like work. It shouldn't feel like a chore to date somebody. But if it's too much, or you haven't completely healed from this divorce, or there's, certain things that are going to come up on these dates that may trigger you from your ex, maybe it's okay to take a step back from dating. Maybe it's okay to say, you know what? Let me just be single for a while. Let me just manage the kids and manage my career and keep it moving. But I think there's a part of Tia that wants to be with somebody who is the opposite of her husband in terms of the career and success, so that she can feel like they're on the same level playing field. They're both empowered. There's no struggle with trying to manage somebody's ego. There's no insecurity to where somebody has to feel like they have to put you down or do stuff that they know is going to upset you and make you miserable. And maybe that's what she's searching for. And she thought maybe after all of these years that her ex-husband was used to the routine, was used to how it was going to go. But it's clear as day that there was some type of resentment, there was some type of whatever that Tia let go on for a little bit too long. And then once she reached her breaking point and said, enough is enough, I'm not going to be taking this, that was that. But nonetheless, it's just interesting because Tia and her ex-husband never actually outwardly spoke on what the issue was or why they got a divorce. And JACKEÉ basically is saying that she's, been in talks with the ex-husband, but basically made it clear to him that she's on Tia's side. And basically spilled her own tea, but basically her tea is similar to Tia's tea. It just happened several years later, or perhaps decades later, to Tia. But maybe it was something that was in the back of Tia's mind. And maybe she was trying to stay this marriage out a little bit longer for the kids, stay this marriage out a little bit longer because, you're seeing on social media, all these people are hyping you up and saying, you guys got to stay together. You guys are, you guys are an inspiration. You guys are Black excellence and a power couple and all of these things. And Tia's like, well, wait a second. If you knew the real, y'all would not be saying this, right? If you knew what was really going on, you would not be saying this. But nonetheless, that is where we are. And so I kind of suspected that it was probably, something to do with the career struggle and the career inconsistency. And it probably doesn't make any matters any better that they're both in the same, entertainment industry and all the things. So there's going to be a lot of mutual friends. There's going to be a lot of mutual associates and all of these things. But it's Tia's the one that's going on all the talk shows. It's Tia's the one that's booking all these gigs, that's doing all these interviews. It's Tia's the one that is in demand, that's got, shows on Netflix, got shows, getting that syndication money for Sister, doing the Hallmark movie stuff that her and her sister do, or Lifetime, or whatever. She stays booked, she stays with a check. But the smart thing Tia did was have an ironclad prenup that nobody was going to be touching the money. That was so smart of Tia to do, right? Because she knew deep down there was a chance that his career was not going to pan out the way that it was expected to, and you were still going to be the breadwinner when it was all said and done. So Tia, at least for that, had the wherewithal to know that if this marriage went left, that she was going to leave with her money, and whatever else money that she came in with. But nonetheless, I just think that Tia needs some additional healing. you know, whatever that entails for her, whether it needs to be, you know, speaking to somebody, speaking to a therapist, whomever, to where she can have the tools to not feel so overwhelmed and not feel so stressed and not have so much anxiety trying to prove something, when she can focus in on her career, she can focus in on her kids, and let everything else happen as the way they're meant to. But don't feel like you're forced to date to prove something, or to prove that you still got it, or to prove that you can move on, or to prove that you can get somebody successful and all these things, because you're going to stress yourself out anyways. But it was refreshing to see JACKEÉ, because I love me some JACKEÉ, and you know, a nice little sister, you know, reunion of sorts. And it's great to see these close relationships that Tia has kept in the industry, and this is why so many people love her, because you could just tell that, you know, she's genuine, she's the real deal. She doesn't care about all the glitz and glamour that they, you know, that they try to portray as far as Hollywood goes. She just likes to do her. She just likes to work, take care of her family, and, you know, when she gets time, hang out with some friends. But, you know, this was kind of a nice little insight to where you could tell that Tia's received, you know, a lot of good conversations and a lot of good advice, you know, from other people who have gone through what Tia currently is going through. And it's nice to have people there for Tia that understand and that can give her, you know, some helpful perspectives. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.